Alright, so this is the second week of doing this challenge, which is to take my account balance from $50 up to like 500,000 or even more, right? So we're doing this up until October. So no, what is left to be said? Okay, so as you know, in the first week we took our account balance from $20 to $50. Now we're in the second week. We're gonna take our account balance from $50 to at least like $70, around there, somewhere around there. Now we're risking 20% per trade, but that should be per week. My bad, that should be per week. Anyways, I've already executed two trades. One is like risking the 20%, and one is risking like $7. I don't sure how much percent that is right now. So yeah. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is my replay mode, which means that, sorry, my nose is kind of stuffy. This was like how the market was before it actually reopens. So the market is open currently right now, but I basically use the replay mode to basically show you what was going on. And the reason why I didn't record before the market actually opens is because I would have to record all those pairs, and then that would be a long video, and you guys wouldn't want to watch whatsoever. I know, as I said, I know some people have challenges will come towards attention to certain things. But anyways, so yeah. So as you guys can see, and CAD-JPY, this is a bullish market, right? So this right now is a bullish market, but this is on the weekly. Now the weekly close as something like an even star formation, and I would say something like even star formation because of this huge wick. Anyhow, this closed as a higher high, right? Even star formation, boom. So as you guys can see, we're higher high, whatever. We could have created a higher low, but we actually created a higher high right here. So higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we broke structure, right? So we had a shifter structure basically. So shifted structure, and then boom, went back to the upside. So we created a new structure, which means that we're bullish now. So shifted structure from bearish to being bullish, and now we want a retest of this area, right? We want a retest to go to the upside, to continue going to the upside. So that's on the weekly. Weekly time frame basically bullish. Sorry. Oh my god, my nose. Stuffy, bro. Alright. And then now I got to get this off. Oh my god. Leave. Okay. Start the move. Bam. Alright, so this was the daily time frame before this kind of sick that I just take off. So day time frame was like this. Day time frame is bearish, right? So weekly is bullish, but daily is bearish. Now, on this bearish time frame, we had a head and shoulders pattern, left head, right shoulder. If you guys don't see it, let's use this right here. Left head, back here, right shoulder. And from that left head, right shoulder, you can see that price push and then had a pullback. Now with that pullback, I would say that we're retesting this neckline of the head and shoulders pattern, right? Cool. That's on daytime frame. So daytime frame is bearish, weekly is bullish. Keep that in mind. And we also retest this area, and we also close under this area. All right. 4 hour. Hold on. Leave. The 4 hour time frame now is where business get at hand. As you guys can see, it's a full bearish move right here. From here to here is bearish. We had a pullback, right? And within that pullback, we're still bearish because price did not break below here and price did not break above here. So we're still bearish from here to here, right? And price had a pullback, did its thing within the pullback, and then we had the push. Now, let's get into the 2 hour time frame. Now, you guys was like, how did I end up taking this trade or something? I know what you guys are thinking right now. But on the 2 hour, you can see that we're bearish from here to here. I will not count this. I will not count that. So from there to there, we're also bearish. And then on the 1 hour time frame, I would count this, right? I would count this because this had much more of a structure than the one that we previously saw. Whatever. Now price did all that and had this like higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then we had this break. So it means we had a shifter structure. And then on the 30 minutes time frame, you can see where price, after having a shifter structure, we retested this point. We had a 15 minutes entry. And that is where I then took my buy, myself, on this pair. My 15 minutes entry was this right here. So yeah, that's where I decided to sell. And then onto this one, which is EuroCAD. Excuse me, I can do both in this video. Is it EuroCAD? Yeah, it's EuroCAD. Alright, so let's do this thing quickly. So you can see here where EuroCAD is actually bearish, right? So this market is bearish. But within this bearish market, I saw that price, right, had this push and is yet to have a pullback. Yet to have a pullback within this area. We need to have a pullback within this area. And price is yet to do that. So I was like, okay, since price is yet to have a pullback and I see potential because the weekly close like this. Weekly close as an engulfing candlestick above this area of interest. I was like, okay, I'm willing to take this trade to a buy, right? So we can take this trade to a buy. Let's just leave that. Buy. And daily time frame, you can see here where price close as a what? Price goes as a head and shoulders pattern, but this one is inverted. So this here is a head and shoulders pattern, but not inverted. You get me? So it's basically the same thing being created, but one is inverted, one is not. So this one is a head and shoulders pattern that is inverted. So left head, right shoulder. We had a break above the head and shoulders, like the neckline basically, and then we retest the neckline. Then we then wait for a retest of the neckline. So after getting that retest of the neckline, we would then look to buy the straight to the upside, right? So that's what we would have predict. That is what we would have predict. Now, at the 4 hour time frame, you can see when price is actually bullish. So the daily and daily, right, we are bullish, and the weekly we are bearish. So it's the same thing as this as well. And this time frame and the weekly time frame we are bullish, and the daily we are bearish. And this weekly we are bearish, and the daily we are bullish. My nose, man, my nose. Okay, so here in 4 hour time frame, you can see that we're actually bullish. And we had to play within these areas, and then we just look for the buy. But my entry here was basically off the 15 minutes time frame as well. This right here is where I took my entry. As you guys can see, the mouse here right there is where I took my entry buy. And then I don't know what happened in the market, but yeah, that spiked all the way up. So right now we're in this trade zone. I'm just gonna set and forget both of them. Our stop loss is all the way down here below this daily candlestick. So yeah, and then this one is also above daily candlestick. So not really above, but yeah, that's where they are. So we're gonna set and forget each of them, and hopefully things will go well.